Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Xrp's time is coming. And how do I know that? Well, because there's a headline on your screen that says so. Xrp's time is coming. Top analyst backs Xrp despite lag. Now, I actually just wanted to make a broader point with this. I've been talking about this a fair bit recently. When it comes to Xrp specifically, it is part of the crypto asset class. The asset class is in a bull market. If the whole asset class is going to go up, Xrp being a part of the asset class, and especially being so valued for over a decade that it's always been in the top 10 cryptos by market cap, it is just absurd to think that Xrp won't hit a new all-time high in enterprise discovery so long as we actually do see this full-blown alt season, which I think pretty much all of us are expecting. And so nobody knows for sure what's going to happen with XRP price, but I think reason-minded people would say, yeah, that makes sense. It's time for XRP. It just is. And the only reason it didn't hit a new all-time high last market cycle is because of those asshat pricks at the SEC. I think we'd all agree that they're a bunch of asshat pricks and that they're at the SEC. So I'm going to share with you, just because it's just absurd and I got to push back on it. There's something in my soul that makes me feel like extreme urges to push back against the idiot sticks that just have very obvious XRP derangement syndrome. And it's always a good time. Plus, let's have them on the record. They want to talk crap about XRP when this bull market, it's all said and done, and we're back in bear market. Well, they'll at least be on the record as saying, no, it didn't make sense. And that's when we get to dunk. That's why on social media platform X, I have a tab in my bookmarks titled, it's for future dunks. It's literally titled future dunks. And every time I see somebody saying crap about XRP that just doesn't make sense, I bookmark it and I put it in my future dunks. And we'll have a fun little video after the fact. It's going to be a good time. There's so much to look forward to, man. Why would anybody ever be sad? And then speaking to that, I'll also get to this at the later part of the video. American Institute of Physics acknowledges Ripple and XRP for disrupting cross-border payments. XRP is functionally useful, folks. Ain't going away. There's certainly no sign of it. If it's not here in any sort of meaningful way a decade or two from now, okay, fine. I'm not seeing any cracks in the surface now. It's not reasonable to suppose that's what's most likely at this particular junction in time. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby, and just for fun, damn it. And if you don't like it, well, you can just get out. Take a look at this headline. This one, I just gotta mention this. From the Crypto Basic, crypto CEO says XRP, Shiba Inu, and other altcoins will crash for this reason. Ah, yes, indeed. When you think about XRP, one of the most useful coins in the world of crypto, around for over a decade, tested, tried and true, used in real business applications. When you think about XRP, you also think about other very high-quality tokens like Shiba Inu, right? Those are in the same category, right? Because reasons? Are you kidding me? Oh, dog whip hat? Oh, get the hell out. So I don't need to read the article, but they're sharing a perspective from Samson Mao, very well-known individual in the world of crypto. Here you can see on social media platform X. 291,700 followers. That's something, especially considering the quote-unquote wisdom and insight that's on your screen right now. Here's what he wrote yesterday evening. Oh my God, this makes no sense. Who believes this? I mean, I guess if you're part of a Bitcoin cult, then you're like, yes. And then you all drink the Kool-Aid together. But here's what he said. I'm expecting alts to crash in the coming weeks. They've been tracking Bitcoin gains post-ETF approvals, but obviously they lack the $500 million to $1 billion daily inflows we have. That should be the main indicator that their gains are unsustainable. What? Does this guy know what the hell the word proportionality means? Think about this. So imagine that there's a coin with a $100 million market cap, but then demand increases like 20-fold. It goes up regardless of what the dollar figure would be. It doesn't even have to be that. Like, imagine there's a coin with $1 million market cap. Okay. Well, if you have a 20-fold increase, that would still outpace Bitcoin in terms of gains. Probably wouldn't be a very liquid market, but there are all sorts of crypto markets that aren't particularly liquid. But that's not even what he's talking about, though. He's just saying, is it sustainable, these moves to the upside? Well, it's supply and demand. And it's absurd to think that you'd have to have exactly that dollar figure for a thing to be sustainable. So does that then mean that without these Bitcoin ETFs, that because again, he's talking about Bitcoin ETFs, $500 million to $1 billion flows. So is his position really that if we didn't have those $500 million to $1 billion daily inflows from Bitcoin ETFs, if that didn't exist, then Bitcoin, it wouldn't be sustainable, it wouldn't be moving to the upside? Because here he says, the altcoins, it's not sustainable because they don't have that. So that means if Bitcoin didn't have it, it's not sustainable for Bitcoin either. This is non sequitur logic. This does not make sense. It does not make sense. But see, this is what happens when you live in an echo chamber and you smell your own farts. That's what this guy's doing. He just believes his own crap. And then like these talking heads, these toxic Bitcoin maximalist talking heads, they just parrot each other's stupid little talking points. I don't think there are too many brain cells firing. You know what I mean? It literally does not make logical sense. And then you can take a look at this also. This is from Dan McArdle. He's the co-founder of Masari Crypto. Now, another co-founder would be Ryan Selkis, and I knew that guy despised XRP, so I'm not surprised to see that another co-founder, Dan McArdle, who I was not previously familiar with, also despises XRP because reasons. It's just... It's XRP derangement syndrome, folks. It just is. And I understand what like the starting point of this with the fall. It started back in I think it was 2014 with the false narrative that XRP was a rug pull from the company Ripple, and there were people being literally paid hundreds of dollars per person to lie and state that it was actually just a scam. It was an early attempt to kill XRP, and it failed. But that was the starting point. And then there was the narrative, it's the banker's coin. And then that stuck for the Bitcoin maximalists. And they were screaming that for years. There's less of that now because obviously, funny enough, let time pass. Now, Bitcoin is the very obvious banker's coin, very obviously. So they shut the hell up with that dumbass narrative. But still it persists. They can't look inward and acknowledge, like, I got something wrong. Maybe I should look and see if there's something to this whole XRP ecosystem that's been fully functioning for over a freaking decade. They're just incapable of this. XRP derangement syndrome. So Dan McArdle wrote, this is on March 8th, XRP market cap is $34 billion. Meme mania is nothing new. Since 2013, the majority of the assets, but not the majority of total market cap, has been coins with basically no rational value. I don't know if it matters much whether it's Litecoin, XRP, EOS, YAM, or WIF. And so I read that and I'm like, here's another human, like dog with hat. That's in the same category as XRP. That's what just in the same sentence with a straight face, he can just say, yeah, I mean, XRP, there's like, why is it even here? Dog with hat. With a straight face, he can say that crap to you. He's running Masari, which is supposed to be an intelligence platform. Research, data, facts. It's supposed to be that. And here, he is just oozing the bias, which reeks of just the complete opposite of anything that's intellectual or data-driven, very obviously. And so I responded to him because just in bewilderment, because I understand how much utility. I mean, I can't understand the full extent of it because I'm sure there are people building stuff in the XRP ledger that I'm just unaware of because the ecosystem's gigantic. I mean, it's been reported that there are 1,500 projects roughly being built on the XRP ledger right now. That's pretty insane. And so I wrote to him and I said, are you denying XRP has any utility? Head in sand. You should read the amicus briefs filed in the SEC v. Ripple lawsuit. Real businesses using XRP for various use cases disagree with your opinion that it has, quote, no rational value, end quote. And it is astonishing to me. It's just, it's a complete denial of reality. That's why I call it XRP derangement syndrome. It's a complete denial of reality. If you have the internet, you can type on Google with your fat little fingers, XRP use cases. And you know what's going to pop up? I'm sure a bunch of stuff that would lead you to sources that talk about actual XRP use cases. But even if you just go to the amicus briefs like I cited, so there were 17 applications filed for amicus briefs. I think 15, if memory serves, I think 15 were ultimately filed, and it was only one, maybe two, that were in favor of the SEC. The rest of it were all sorts of entities, including businesses, that were pleading with the court, hey, please consider us because we're using XRP in our actual business practices. You can just go there. It's not even all about Ripple. Like, the most well-known use case for XRP, I think it's fair to say, is XRP as a bridge currency. But that they're not the only ones using it in business application. Of course not. And you can just literally go to the damn amicus briefs. Go there. They're speaking to the court. They're not making this crap up. You know, they'd probably get in trouble if they were doing that. And then there's so many other ways you can slice and dice this and figure this out. And it's just astonishing, these people. And so then I reposted what I shared with you there, and I wrote, another case of XRP derangement syndrome. Otherwise intelligent people inexplicably, irrationally, and emotionally despise XRP because reasons. What makes this all the more absurd is that these people are pro-Bitcoin, which is basically just a store of value. Well, XRP has that use case too. So why don't they say Bitcoin has no rational value, as this Messari co-founder has stated? The logic does not follow. I mean, and you can look at the Michael Saylor types out there. He literally says, trying to make Bitcoin a medium of exchange, he literally says that's a distraction. He just wants it to be a store of value. He's happy with it just being that and nothing else. He's one of the most prolific Bitcoin holders in history. Holds somewhere approaching 200,000 Bitcoin. Well, MicroStrategy does anyway. 200,000 Bitcoin out of a max supply of 21 million. So if that's all that it does, then it has no rational value, because XRP's doing that too. Go poll people. Like, I've done it. I've run polls. Are you holding XRP at least in part as a store of value? Overwhelming response is yes. That's how humans are actually behaving. So XRP is already matching Bitcoin there, and then it's obviously technologically superior. And that's why the audacity of this is just so disgusting. Bitcoin was here first, therefore it gets the free pass. That's the dumbest freaking argument. How stupid is this? Now, mind you, I responded to this guy 5 days after he posted that because it just popped up in my feed. And I was like, that burns my biscuits. I'm going to reply. And then I typed with my non-fat fingers. My fingers are not fat. They're reasonably sized and in proportion to me. And got, 13,000 whatever views and 41 hearts, little likes. And so then I noticed that he put this post out, and I'm assuming it's because of me, because this was, what time was this? Let's see, so I posted 12:54 p.m. and then at 1:22 p.m., less than a half hour later, he posted the following. So I think I caught his attention, and he said, "Today I learned XRP Army is still a thing. LOL. I hope and assume it's just like one guy's bot army at this point." So there you go. One of the co-founders of Messari, which is supposed to be an intelligence firm reporting on all things crypto, he thinks that there is no XRP army. He believes that it's actually just a bunch of bots. Of course, this is provably not the case. And in fact, I can give you a little insight that the average person wouldn't have. So I run obviously a cryptocurrency YouTube channel, which is XRP centric, right? And it's I'm very thankful for all the support. I'm very humbled by the support that I have. I never thought I'd have 153,000 subscribers in my channel. So thank you very genuinely, all of you. But in the scheme of things, in the world of YouTube, that's still not a big channel. But to me, it's still mind blowing, and I'm very thankful for it. But the reason I bring this up is because if you want to make the argument that there is a bot, then there should be some serious lawsuits. You know why? Because here's the deal. Even during the bear market, I was averaging like 1 million views per month. 1 million views. And this is, again, pretty heavy focus on XRP. And I talk about other stuff, and there's some videos I do publish where it has, it's not, the XRP is not a focus. I'll do that. Sure. But still, I think it's safe to say a lot of XRP holders, 1 million views per month, which again to me is mind blowing. I'm very thankful that this is not a braggadocious thing, but I say that to point out that YouTube is collecting ad revenue. Do you see where I'm going with this? If it's a bunch of bots, then YouTube is in trouble, which obviously it's not. It's not a bunch of bots. They're not breaking. YouTube is not doing anything wrong. They're not doing anything illegal. But if it were just a bunch of bots and they're getting paid based on advertising dollars that never reach actual human, that would be a serious issue. So the idea that this is, no, as it turns out, the Xrp community is one of the biggest communities in all of crypto, and I would argue the best community in all of crypto, because we're not a bunch of freaking lunatics like you see in the Bitcoin community. Like, just like the religiousness of it, like the cult-like stuff, and the toxicity of it all, the tribalism. It's just too much. And yeah, we got some of our own colorful people because there are probably millions of XRP holders across the world. You get a little taste of all God's creatures if you have a big enough group of anyone. I get that, but man, the Bitcoiners in particular, wow. Talk about the pure tribalism, echo chamber nonsense. It's not even about truth, logic, reason, whatever. They just want to tear everything down that's not Bitcoin. And maybe they just feel threatened. I don't know. But there's something up here. That's why I call it XRP derangement. It's completely absurd. I'm thankful I have this platform so I can push back against this nonsense, because it's absolute garbage. XRP is one of the most useful cryptocurrencies to have ever been created, and the market agrees. If you agree with me, just know the broader market on a global scale also agrees. That is why XRP has been in the top 10 cryptos by market cap for over a decade, despite an attack by the SEC, which materially harmed the adoption of XRP in terms of developer activity. How many untold developers didn't build because of the uncertainty there? How many people didn't purchase XRP, which could have, you would have thought would have pushed out the top 10 cryptos by market cap, but it didn't happen. These people, my God, these comments, they're just going to age like a glass of fine milk, like that's what's going to happen. A glass of fine milk. Here's a headline from the Crypto Basic. American Institute of Physics acknowledges Ripple and XRP for disrupting cross-border payments. A recent journal from the American Institute of Physics has recognized Ripple's efforts in the cross-border payment market, which leverages XRP. And folks, even if that were the only use case for XRP, and it isn't, that would be enough to justify the long-term viability of XRP. That would be enough reason for people to speculate on it on top of that, because a business is using it, even if it were just one. And so this idea that it's not useful or valuable, my God, these people, they don't care what the truth is. It's deranged. Then the piece continues. The study aimed to uncover the implications of blockchain technology advancement on global industries. One of the examined perspectives related to remittance transactions, a market Ripple and XRP dominate. Pseudonymous XRP community figure Wrath of Kahneman called attention to Ripple's recognition in a recent post on X. Notably, the American Institute of Physics publication was authored by Evelina Kulova of the University of Food Technologies, Bulgaria. And I don't need to read the whole thing. Let's just cut to the chase where they're talking about actual XRP usage here. And again, even if this were the only thing, that would be enough. And obviously it's not. People are using XRP for all sorts of other stuff. The researcher highlighted the challenges banks and other organizations face with expensive cross-border transactions. Building on this premise, Kulova provided an example with Ripple, acknowledging it as one of the organizations leveraging blockchain and cryptocurrencies like XRP to surmount these barriers. Kulova added that the Ripple network, which leverages XRP, is now operational in over 40 countries across 6 continents. The system enables businesses to accomplish nearly instantaneous cross-border transactions at significantly lower cost. Notably, the recognition of Ripple and XRP as significant players in the cross-border payment landscape has not surfaced for the first time. Leading global financial services firm JP Morgan has similarly published research identifying XRP and Ripple as key entities and unlocking $120 billion worth of value trapped in delays within cross-border payments. So there you go, XRP functionally being used. This is the most famous use case, most well-known use case for XRP, I would argue. Yet you have Dan McArdle saying that, where was the key part here? It has no rational value. So you know what I would like Dan McArdle to do? I would like him to contact Ripple's customers utilizing XRP as a bridge currency and just politely let his customers know, oh, hey, just so you know, you think that this is helping you and you've got some data to show that, but it's actually not helping you. It's actually just not. And then he has to explain why, but, you know, the only thing he could say in response to that, they're like, well, okay, well, we think it's helping us. Like, here's the bottom line. Here's the numbers. Here's the data. It's helping us and reducing costs. But why do you think it's not helping us? And the only thing he could say in response to that is, reasons. That's it. It's always because of reasons, folks. These are emotional positions, not positions grounded in logic, reason, and data. And the good news is, when this is all said and done, I've got my future dunks tab. And we're going to have a little bit of fun. I am not above that. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.